final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this Cardinals, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. He'll get it inside the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dance into it, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Cardinals hit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. 7-7, our score after one. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Second and 5. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But graduate of the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
That up to throw. And this is going to be
best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, the punt team. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here.
It's on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here on the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now back to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Cardinals 7.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw here. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
But they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. They got 29 yards that time. Back to throw now on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll look to throw again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in on a couch.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Going for the deep ball. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards as they have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A give for Taylor running right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cards have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Cardinals 21.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
My partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Second and 4. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Come on. Hey.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for it.